Okay, so this is part 40. A login problem has been pointed out to me by WinFreak, right there. Great guy. He pointed out that you can log in without actually activating your account, which is obviously a huge problem. And I thought I'd already taken care of this, but I guess not. So inside of our login page down here, inside of our if statement to make sure that the user exists with the correct password, what we're going to do is right here we're getting our row variables. I'm going to duplicate the line, and then I'm going to get the active value from the database. So active, and I'm just going to name it active. And I'm going to put in an if statement, and it's just going to say if active equals 1. So if the user is active, then we're going to do all of this code, which would redirect the user, or log them in, redirect them, and update the last login date. We are also, just after it, we're going to put in an else, and we're going to echo, you must activate your account to log in. So just that fixes the problem. So those 3 lines of code, 3 or 4 lines of code, really, that fixes the problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and upload that. And okay. So now that that's uploaded, that fixes that problem. So now on to the main topic of this video, is we're going to start actually getting content on the community site. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new page, and I'm going to open that. We're going to create a new page. I'm just going to take the source code page, I'm going to copy and paste it, and I'm going to rename it to videos. I'm going to open it up, change the title to videos, and inside of our left column here I'm going to get rid of all the links for the source code, and then inside of here is where we're going to display all of our videos and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to refresh. I am going to upload that so it'll be on the server, and then I'm going to go into the styles page and go into our top file to edit it, and I'm going to create another link, and I'm just going to change this one to videos with a capital V, and that's going to take us to it's going to be our PHP code block, which is going to make it so we can echo our site variable, and then we're going to say /videos. So it's going to take us to our videos page. So if I upload this, put it in the styles folder, and if we refresh, we now have our videos link. If we click on it, it takes us to our videos page. So that pretty much just gives us the very basics of it. I'm going to close the top page. We're not going to need it anymore. What we're going to do is we're going to put in a PHP code block, and I'm actually going to get rid of the indent. So inside of this code block is where we're going to actually connect to our database and get everything and whatnot. But before we do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate, and I'm going to copy and paste the videos page to get another page, and we're going to call it add video. So this is going to be our page that's going to contain a form, and which will allow users, if they're logged in, to add a video to the archive on the site. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in an if statement. Inside of here we're going to say if username. So if someone is logged in, and we're going to say else, and we're just going to echo, oops, and we'll say you must be logged in to add a video. Okay. And I'm actually gonna make that my cell going off. I'm gonna put that in H2 tags and also in font tags. So it's gonna be color equal to red, and at the end over here we need to end the font tags and end the H2 tags. So inside of our if statement here, I'm going to create our form variable like I always do, and inside of here we're going to have our form tags. First things first is we're going to have a method, or an action, sorry, and our action is going to be equal to our site variable, and so this is where we're submitting it to. So we want to submit it to our site and the add video page, and then we want to set a method of post like always, and then we're going to have a table. And inside of our table, we're going to have a row. And inside of our row, we're going to have a column. So we're going to have 2 columns in each row. The first column is going to contain our text, and then the second column is going to contain our form element, which would be our text box, our text area, and our button. So those are the 3 we're going to use. So this first one is going to be title. This is going to be the video title. So input type equals text. So we're going to have a text box. Whoops. Okay, so after we have our type, we want to set a name equal to title. And I'm going to go ahead and set a style tag, which will make it so I can put a width. This is just to make it a little bit easier to understand instead of using size, because by using a style tag, it'll make it so we can make the text boxes and the text area, which would be for our description, it'll make it so we can make those all the same width. So it'll look a lot nicer. So I'm going to say 300 pixels, and that's just to see what it looks like. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that, and this next one is going to be description, and then we're going to have keywords, we're going to have a category, and last but not least, probably the very most important thing, is we're going to have video ID. So obviously description, keywords, and category kind of self-explanatory. Our video ID is going to be the very end part of the link that would take you to the YouTube video itself. So it would be youtube.com/watch ? And it's like video equals, and then whatever that equals is, that would be our video ID. So yeah. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do this description box, which is going to be a text area. We're going to get rid of the type. We don't need it. We want to keep a title, and or a name, sorry, which will be description. We want to keep the style, except we want to set a height of about 100 pixels. And after all of it, we want to end our text area, and that's probably one of the most important things there. We want to, for our keywords, we'll just set a name of keywords. In our category, we can get rid of all of this because we're going to use a select tag. So select, there we go. So select name equals, and this is going to be category, and then we're going to end the select, dang it, there we go. So then we're going to end the select tag, and make it so we're indented here, Then we want to put in item tags, and then end the item. And inside the item, we want to set a value, and this is what the value is literally going to be. And then inside of this area right here, that's what's going to be displayed. So this first one is just going to be, say, select one, and then it's not going to have a value. Our next one is going to say HTML and CSS, and I'm just going to go ahead and copy it, paste it, take this down another line, and then we're going to say PHP and MySQL. And for now, that's all I'm going to put until I decide on something else to put in, another option, if you will. And if you have an idea of what to put in here, or a type of video you want to be able to post, just send me a message and I'll go ahead and throw it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload the add video page. So there it is. Now, to prove that we have to be logged in, I'm not logged in right now. If we go to the add video page, it says you must be logged in to add a video. So obviously that's working, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. So, okay, so I found out the problem. If we open the login page back up, we have active spelled wrong, or at least I do. And if you're coding along, you probably caught that, but probably yelling at your computer right now, why didn't you see that? So we're going to resend the data, and which will make it so I will log in. And after it redirects us, go back to the add video page. So that's right, we're not echoing. Oops, we're not displaying our form. So let's just go ahead and echo our form variable. Re-upload. Refresh. Oops, it's not quite uploaded. There it is. So we have our form here. I want to increase the size of all of these, the width, to make them a little bit larger, and I used the wrong type of tag for the category. So yeah. So these need to be option. Just thought about it. These need to be option, not item. So that will fix those. And for 300 pixels, I'm going to go ahead and make it 450 pixels. And just going to replace all of these. Re-upload. So now we have everything as it should be. We have this, which I'm actually going to set this to with a width of 450 because it'll make everything flow better. Re-upload one last time. So that sets it up, and obviously it's still a little bit short. So I don't know, we'll just increase it by, say, 3 pixels. Refresh. Okay, well, I'll figure that out in a little bit. So before I end this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the edit _ profile page. Or not edit profile, sorry. Never mind. I'll get to that later. So I'm going to stop this video here. Next video we will continue on. So check out the next video.